Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches is right around the corner. Tickets are on sale now. Come see the American League West champions Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals as they both prepare for the 2024 season. Spring training home games will feature opponents like the Philadelphia Phillies and the Boston Red Sox. See the best teams in baseball, including the American League West champions, take the field in 2024 at the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. BallparkPalmBeaches.com.
You are listening to ESPN 1063.
Hey guys, it's Josh Cohen from the home team. South Florida is buzzing with good vibes thanks to Celsius. Whether I'm hosting the show, attending an event, or outside relaxing by the pool, Celsius keeps me refreshed with 7 essential vitamins and new mouth-watering flavors like green apple cherry, Oasis Vibe, and lemon lime. You'll be refreshed enough to enjoy the good vibes. Purchase your favorite flavors today at your local retailers. Celsius Essential Energy Drinks.
Ready? Ready. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool running.
This is ESPN 1063.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The presidential preference primary and municipal elections are coming up on March 19th, with only the Republican Party holding a primary this election and some voters participating in their municipal elections. Eligible voters can vote in one of three ways: by mail, at any early voting location from March 9th through March 17th, or on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to view your status and learn more. We'll see you at the polls.
Is your credit on life support? Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Local bank representatives will be on site to grant special approval to consumers who meet certain minimum criteria. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach wants to approve you so you can drive home your new Kia today. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership. I repeat, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic wants to approve you for a new Kia today. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss the credit clinic today and tomorrow at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or go online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Credit affects down payment and approval term.
ESPN West Palm and Humana are proud to recognize military veterans within our local community. Our Veteran of the Month is Joseph Scaramuzzino. Joseph served a total of 7 years in the U.S. military. While serving in the Navy, Officer Scaramuzzino received 2 Navy and Marine Achievement Medals for his outstanding achievement and meritorious service. After his duties in the military, Joseph went on to become a scuba diving instructor in Thailand and a construction project engineer in Sweden. The Florida native currently resides in West Palm Beach and serves as the Chief of Safety and Occupational Health for the West Palm VA Medical Center, planning, developing, and reviewing standard operation procedures for safety. Thank you for your service. Joseph Scaramuzzino is the Veteran of the Month, presented by ESPN West Palm and Humana. Support your local military members and nominate a military veteran today at ESPNWestPalmVeterans.com.
It's lights out in Miami. The 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix takes off May 3rd through the 5th. The 3-day event is filled with art, music, world-class cuisine, and of course, top-notch racing. Tickets are available now. Choose from a variety of grandstands, each with a fantastic track view that puts you right in the center of the action and gives you access to the full campus. Visit F1MiamiGP.com. That's F1MiamiGP.com today.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3 WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Here's a message from Ken LaVicka.
So many deep questions about life, but how do they apply to sports? Stone Labanowitz hit the Open.
Now approaching the tee, it's LaVicka, Theo, and Stone.
The PGA Tour has arrived in Palm Beach County, featuring some of the best golfers from around the world and even better vibes. It's the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Presented by Gosling's Rum, the official rum and ginger beer of the Cognizant Classic. Also brought to you by Eisner Amper, Kaiser University College of Golf, Celsius, Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2024, and the Palm Beach County Sports Commission.
Stone Labanowitz, when you have it ready to go, I need to set a scene. Mystical music, not with a K, but just mysticism.
Danger!
Not that mystical, though. That would be an interesting way to also kick us off here.
Set the tone at the
But music of wonderment, something that probes your mind and it makes you think of the deepest questions that this world has to offer. Because what I want to do today is I want to dig beneath the surface some of the pressing questions of sports. But let's start with some of the most pressing questions in our lives. Is there an end to the universe, or is it infinite? Where do we truly come from? Where do babies... No, actually, I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that. Never mind. I know the answer to that already. Also, what truly is the essence of life? And what is the purpose of life? All of these things that we've broached over the years and we don't have a clear, concise answer on. The deepest questions in the universe. Like, what is Jeanette going to do when David Ortiz comes over? Is she going to pass out? Is she going to go unconscious? We are at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Pro-Am, where Jeanette Javier is mere minutes away from meeting David Ortiz, Big Puppy, for the first time, and she's going to be doing an exclusive interview with him. And I got to say, Theo, I'm not sure she's going to make it.
I'm kind of in the danger zone here because I'm the nearest person
Right.
to Jeanette. So if it's a stiff arm, if it's a jolt out of the seat,
projectile
I'm
vomiting,
yeah.
it could be anything at this point.
I'm going to catch the brunt end of that force.
It could be anything. How are you holding up?
A couple things here. David MacGyver Druda, who is here with us here at the Cognizant Classic at the Palm Beaches, said, act like you've been here before. Okay? That has resonated with me more than anything.
That's how you've talked yourself down.
Because I don't think I've ever been starstruck in the great positions I've been in, opportunities. Like when I was an intern here, I was in the locker room with the Miami Heat during their championship run. I've talked to LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and other cool people. But the opportunity to meet the Dominican cultural icon.
Nobody in the Heat locker room is Dominican, and this is the difference.
Yeah.
The icon that he is. And the thing is, my family is probably more excited than I am. Projectile vomiting, out of the question. I'm not going to do that.
All right, well, you say that now. You say that now.
I have glasses on, so I think that is going to hide my facial expressions.
Your
because
crazy eyes.
My facial expressions do speak louder than my voice at times, not all the time. But one thing, I cannot stop looking at the crowd. I cannot stop looking at the crowd, and even I caught Theo. Theo just looked over. He just pressed his palms against the table and leaned over, and I was like, oh my God, is he here?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
David Ortiz is scheduled to join this radio show at some point. The Red Sox legend, the three-time World Series champion, Jeanette Javier for ESPN West Palm Play and ESPN, or Deporte 760, my apologies. She is going to be interviewing David Ortiz on camera.
Yes.
So a big day all around here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Pro-Am.
And all the opportunities they've spoken Spanish with their station too, especially specifically with Deportes. I've never met somebody, I've never been able to speak as Dominican too. Because, and sometimes when I've been on Deportes and I've said my Dominican slang, Julian and Elias, they will look at me like I'm crazy.
That's crazy.
So it's great to not only interview David Ortiz, but it's going to be just a Dominican cultural fest. And I think that has me more elated. And to do that with David Ortiz, I can't say that enough. I think I've already said like 5 times.
Can you say in Spanish, hello, David Ortiz, I love you and would like to hug you?
I would like to, I am.
Okay.
Buenos, you want to be formal about it?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Buenos días, David Ortiz. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué estás haciendo hoy? Yo te quiero mucho y te voy a dar un abrazo.
Okay.
Por favor.
It's a good start.
It's pretty good.
It's a good start.
I
Stone,
said please.
Stone, rate that Spanish, if you could.
8 out of 10.
Okay, 8 out of 10 on Spanish for fluent Spanish speaker.
Why was he so ready
Jeanette
for that?
Javier. He was absolutely. I
Did
feel
he
like
know
he
you
was
were coming
grading
to
it
him?
already. No, he had no
Yeah.
idea. So what we're going to do is we sit and wait for David Ortiz and for Jeanette to perform whatever subconscious bodily reaction is going to be conducted
Theo, hold me
here
up.
at PGA National. Let's ponder the deepest questions in sports, shall we?
Yes.
And I'll begin okay? The deepest question in sports, to me, the most pressing question in sports is, what's the deal with Caleb Williams? What truly is the deal with Caleb Williams? I want to read you from ESPN a story that was put out this morning. This is from Pete Thamel, and I want you to hear the first couple of paragraphs, okay? We don't need the mystic music anymore until we ask another question. Yeah. That's the rules, by the way. Former USC quarterback Caleb Williams deeply admires Michael Jordan and Walter Payton, loves deep dish pizza, and told ESPN he would be, quote, excited if the Chicago Bears take him number 1 overall in the 2024 NFL Draft. Entering the NFL Combine, Williams is the favorite to be the top pick in April. In his first public comment since declaring for the draft in January, Williams spoke in depth about the Bears, unveiled his combine plan, and reflected on a journey to the NFL that is nearing a culmination. Quote, this is what I've been preparing for my whole life, Williams told ESPN by phone Tuesday. Since I was 10 or 11, that is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. At that age until now, it basically feels like your whole life. That is the first couple of paragraphs of ESPN's profile on USC quarterback Caleb Williams. Let me tell you something. As a Chicagoan, a proud Chicagoan, no longer a Chicago Bears fan, but a proud Chicagoan, that first paragraph deeply resonated with me. And if I were still a Bears fan, I would say, sign me up for this man. Deeply admires Michael Jordan and Walter Payton, loves deep dish pizza.
Wow.
That checks a lot of boxes. If Caleb Williams came out today, had a separate press availability, and said, I want everybody to know that soda is pop, that I never stopped calling it the Sears Tower, I would say.
What about his opinion on baseball stadiums in Chicago?
Unfortunately, you can't be a Chicago fan and then judge when everybody just goes to the easiest possible fandom, and that's the Cubs.
Here we go.
That's the easy way out.
But I will say,
the Ivy.
Hold on.
The frat boys and girls.
Hold on. Caleb Williams is a brother. Caleb Williams is a brother, and historically speaking, at least
he would gravitate towards the White Sox most likely.
Sox is, yes. Okay. All right. Shout out Black History Month.
There you go.
You got one more day.
That's right. Shout out leap year. Shout out leap year for an extra day of Black History Month.
We needed it
That's
this
right.
year.
We absolutely needed it. But here's my other part.
You want some plantains to celebrate?
I would love some plantains, yes.
Brought the chips, the ones that taste like lime. But then there's this from The Athletic. So that makes me feel positive about Chicagoans, the Bears, and adopting Caleb Williams. But then there's always been something that's bothered me about Caleb Williams. And I don't know if it's about Caleb Williams or about his situation. I think we can all agree that Caleb Williams, and I think Stone can speak to this more than anybody as a football guy, someone who went through the quarterback training and the 7-on-7 and the football career. I do think that there's an inherent flaw, a lack of adjustment from a life and career standpoint to these quarterbacks especially, who are basically groomed from a young age to be NFL quarterbacks. And I think my issue with Caleb Williams, and Stone, tell me if I'm coming off as really insensitive and wrong about this, but I think my biggest problem with Caleb Williams is that it seems like he's been manufactured at a quarterback factory, and I think I have a problem with his dad.
I don't even know what you want me to say.
What the hell?
It was the dismount.
Nah.
It was the way I think I have a problem with his dad.
The way Theo and I just looked at each other like, he really just threw his dad in the mud like that in 2 seconds, and you saved it till the end, Ken.
Yeah.
So,
what was that?
Just
from his dad 0 times.
Forget the dad part for a second.
Okay.
Forget the dismount for a
hard
second.
not to.
Okay.
The manufactured quarterback, been groomed, private quarterback coach since age 8, 9, 10. There's some red flags sometimes that come with that, right, Stone?
No.
I am done.
This ain't the English, baby.
Let's get to the dad
This
part.
ain't the Marinovich project. Whatever you saw that dude.
I Todd Marinovich.
Marinovich, yeah.
And that's who immediately comes to mind.
Yeah, well, that was the 80s.
But I'm talking about quarterbacks who have their parents sticking their nose into business their entire career and then making things difficult come the pro process. Let me read you this from The Athletic. This from Kalen Kaler, an outstanding writer. When NFL evaluators visited USC this season, they asked quarterback Caleb Williams a question they probably hadn't asked any other draft prospect. Would he seek an ownership stake in the team that drafted him? Months earlier, on the eve of training camp in July, the Sports Business Journal reported that NFL owners voted to prohibit, quote, non-family employees from taking equity in teams, end quote. Shortly thereafter, Pro Football Talk explained the timing of the vote, reporting that representatives of Williams, the presumptive top pick in the 2024 draft, had broached the topic. When asked about that PFT report, Williams' face squinched up in confusion. One scout said, "Who would say that?" The scout remembered him asking. He was completely in shock that was happening or being said. Another scout had said that he talked with Caleb Williams, who also had no clue where that came about, but it turns out the question had been broached by Carl Williams, Caleb's father. Carl Williams is on the record as saying, hey, I'm just trying to get my boy money. I'm just trying to put him in a situation where he is maximizing his bank account. For me, when you have meddling parents a la the Ball family, things get incredibly difficult, incredibly sticky, and then the parents, as Stone likes to put it, sometimes get main character syndrome. Caleb Williams, unfortunately, I think has some red flags because I think that dad might present some problems, and when dad starts speaking with son and creating headlines that son doesn't want, I feel like there is something off about Caleb Williams.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate here, but doesn't that add to his brand too? Like the Ball family, I feel like the dad elevated it, and that sometimes because he became so popular and so notorious and he got the clickety clicks and the views, the Ball family therefore received more opportunities because the dad went off the way he has or did. Do you think they would have gotten his own shoes? Do you think he would have been as popular? The family would have been as popular in the NBA?
LeVar Ball was a successful campaign for sure. He was successful.
He was a successful snake oil salesman.
Yes, 100%. And it worked because one of his kids is an NBA franchise player for the Hornets. The other one, in Lonzo, signed a $50 to $60 million contract with the Bulls. And the other guy, at least we know his name. Because guess what? We wouldn't know LiAngelo's name if it wasn't for LeVar talking about his sons for a decade, it feels like, at this point. So it was successful.
So, fine. They made their bags. The Bulls made their bags.
Yes, that was
extremely successful.
Because of the dad.
But I'm trying to look at it from a Chicago Bears fan standpoint then. So there's the Williams family. They're going to get their money. They've been getting their money. Caleb Williams has some of the most lucrative NIL deals we've ever seen in the history of college football. But what about the Chicago Bears and what they're getting if they do indeed jettison, and Ryan Poles, their GM, said yesterday it would be unfair of us to hang on to Justin Fields if we are going to take Caleb Williams, so expect him, if that happens, to be dealt sometime in the next week and a half. I just feel like there's something off about this Caleb Williams thing, and I don't know. Maybe it's not fair. Maybe it's unfair. And when we ask these pressing questions, there's no immediate answers. But I feel like stemming from Carl Williams, there are some issues here, and there's some drama that will be had that doesn't necessarily need to be had, and something that could be a big pain in the ass for the Chicago Bears. Do you at least follow where I'm going here?
Meddling parents are never
And Stone, don't tell me you've never encountered meddling parents in your football life.
Oh, often.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
and it's a pain in the ass.
I'll say this. Meddling parents are never fun for coaches, for franchises, and sometimes for fan bases, but it really shouldn't matter that much to the fans of the Chicago Bears. They care how well Caleb Williams performs when he's on the field. Meddling parents have also created some of the most iconic and generational and just transcendent talents that we've seen in the past 50 years. Like, we're here in Palm Beach County. There's a pair of twins here that live in Palm Beach County who, if it wasn't for a meddling father,
also Williams,
would not be
unrelated.
Williams,
yes,
unrelated.
Richard
would not be legends of the game, the greatest tennis player of all time in Serena Williams.
Fair.
Also, Lamar Jackson's mom, the way she helped Lamar Jackson. That's what I'm saying. The way she helped Lamar Jackson get that big deal with the Ravens.
But she's the one who Lamar has entrusted to help negotiate deals and or be a major part of that process.
Yes.
Caleb Williams, to my understanding, has not enlisted his father to do that. He'll have agents working for him.
Right. And I know there's differences, and none of these analogies are going to be perfect, but I say this to say this. sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze, right?
Okay.
Like with even let's just go particularly with the Ball brothers, right? With LaMelo Ball, the juice was worth well more than the squeeze for what LeVar was and what he propelled his sons up to be. Like, that is now a franchise player in the NBA.
Is LaMelo Ball, he might be a franchise player, but
Yeah.
you're the franchise player of the biggest embarrassment in the NBA. Are you really, truly a franchise player?
I think so.
A franchise
Listen,
player, are we
come on.
maybe using that a little loosely when it comes with the Charlotte Hornets and LaMelo Ball?
Even if it's a half of a franchise, he's still the franchise player.
I was saying, on paper, he still is.
Yeah.
I mean, is it still a joke? Yeah, but
LaMelo's
the Bears
a
fans
joke.
said it. The
LaMelo's-
Bears, exactly. So,
LaMelo's-
like, what are you doing? You can't pick and choose
He's
because of
22
Chicago
years
in
old,
front of it.
LaMelo Ball.
Stone, what'd you say?
He's 22 years old, LaMelo
Okay.
Ball. It's just tough.
And if you're LaMelo Ball, show me more than being sort of on some nights, not playing any defense, volume score with the worst team in the NBA, with a coach who clearly hates his team. Just show me a little bit more. Show me a little bit more.
Well, he's got time to
And
show
I would
you that.
argue he's not the franchise player.
Who's the franchise?
Brandon Miller is the franchise player,
Okay.
or the soon-to-be franchise player.
One of them dudes signed the max contract already.
One of those dudes is going to sign a max contract, and I think is overall a better player than LaMelo Ball is, because at least Brandon Miller decides he wants to play defense every once in a while.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't mean to turn
Yes,
this into
yes,
a
I'm
Charlotte
sorry, yeah.
Hornets conversation. You're home for Hornets basketball, ESPN 106.3. The deep questions.
Yes.
Please, could I have mysticism in my music, please, Stone?
Yes.
The deep questions. What is the deal with Caleb Williams? As Theo puts it, is the juice worth the squeeze? LaMelo Ball, can you be a franchise player on the worst team in sports? Who knows? Again, will we go to Mars? What's actually outside our solar system? Is there intelligent life other than us? That brings me to you, Theo.
Okay, thank you.
What is your deep, mystical question when it comes to sports?
How will we salvage the regular season? Or will it ever be salvaged?
In the NBA?
And therein lies, Ken, I'm glad you said that. I knew you were going to say in the NBA with a question mark. Because if you're a fan of college basketball, you might say the same thing. If you're a fan of college football, we're getting closer and closer to that fan
Stone,
base
how about this depth?
feeling the same way.
Yeah, he's killing it.
This is deep.
Okay. In the National Football League, this was supposed to be the year that the Chiefs were down. If you look at the regular season and how they competed against contenders and how receivers were dropping balls left and right, this is the year that you beat Mahomes and the Chiefs. It didn't seem to matter as much, right? It matters more in the NFL than the other leagues, but my overarching point, and I don't even have to bring up Major League Baseball.
I was just going to say, you're
I don't
missing
even
one.
I don't even have to bring that up, is we're getting further and further away from the reverence and the celebration of and the appointment television viewing.
And the importance of.
Regular seasons mattering. And it's because of the over-prioritization of rings. The over-prioritization of how much more elevated playoff games are. Players are sitting out games. In college football, we just got the 12 teams. They're already calling for 14 or 16. Now you're going to see 4 lost teams with a chance to win a national championship. At some point, we have to reprioritize the regular season in each of our favorite sports. And I do ask, what is going to be the solution? As we over-prioritize playoffs and tournaments and postseason stuff, when are we going to get back to the nuts and bolts of this thing, which is the regular season?
Good news for you. Well, Jeanette
has a
response first.
She has her hand is
Jeanette,
totally erect right now.
Jeanette is raising her hand as if she's in class. We're not grading things, don't worry. That's a different segment. Yes, Jeanette.
Do you think the legalization, specifically of Florida, or the bigger acceptance of betting, does that bring a counterpoint to
Not
you?
for the players, for the degenerates. The players can't gamble.
Yeah.
They can't put money on themselves. I
No,
have a
of course
solution.
not.
I have a solution. Does this make, if a deep question like this, does this make me a god, a sage, a siren? If I have an answer, a solution to this deep, probing question?
It'll make you the oracle.
I think I'm the oracle. I have the solution, guys.
The chosen one.
Snip, snip, snip.
Uh-oh.
We need a sports vasectomy.
What do you...
I think it's snip,
playoff fields, they need to be reined in. We don't need a 7th team in the NFL. Let's keep it at 6. We don't need half the teams in the NBA or the NHL postseason worthy. We don't need in Major League Baseball this pointless opening series. We don't need 162 games in baseball. We don't need 82 games in the NBA.
Play in.
We need less. In sports, it's become abundantly clear. Less is more. Less is more. Less games in the regular season equals more desperation. Less playoff seeds equals more desperation. We need a sportsectomy.
I love that.
What about college?
The NCAA tournament should not budge off of 68. You know what? Forget the first 4. Let's just go back to 64, like God intended.
Amen.
Now we got teams counting tournament wins when you're beating a 15 seed as a 16 seed.
Let's make it abundantly.
Get that crap out of here.
Fairleigh Dickinson was a great story in the tournament last year. Should have never been there.
Shouldn't have been
They
there.
didn't earn a damn thing. Okay? So the solution to that is a sportsectomy. Snip, snip, snip. Cut it down.
There's a lot of people in their car clenching their legs as you say that every time.
Sportsectomy. And I'm going to trademark that.
Ken
So
can relate to
none
that,
of you can
so
use it. That's
you
right.
can say it.
That's right. So what is your deep, probing, pressing sports question? One where you sit, you stare at the clouds, and you say to yourself, what is the answer to this question? What is your pressing sports question? Mine is, what's the deal with Caleb Williams? Theo's is, how do we ever bring back the importance of the regular season? I say sportsectomy, but maybe I'm wrong. 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776, social media at KLV1063. That's 888-760-3776. Let the record show that us saying words like sportsectomy with this music in the background is truly a top 10 outrageous, ridiculous audio treat for all of you in Palm Beach County in the Treasure Coast.
You said this is mystifying music. This feels more like massage music. Like I feel like
it actually does
feel.
It does feel like I'm about to get a pedicure.
Yes, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's a great point. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain? Need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians, leading-edge treatments, and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. What is your deep sports question that you need answered? What is your most pressing sports question? There's no such thing as a bad question, and maybe there's not an answer, but let's put it out into the universe and let the universe decide. What is your most pressing sports question? 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776, social media at KLV1063. And I promise you that all of these fine folks who came out to the Pro-Am today at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches at PGA National, none of them were expecting to hear the made-up word sportsectomy.
You're
That's
welcome.
Theo.
But they got it.
That's Jeanette. She'll be talking with David Ortiz at some point. When? It's a deep question of the universe. I'm Ken. Stone's back in the studio. LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey, it's Josh Corn here to tell you about my friends at Truist Bank. Care is more than what's said. It's really about what's done. Whether it's helping you improve your financial well-being or supporting local small businesses, Truist inspires and builds better lives and communities by being there, listening, and making real connections. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. To learn more, visit Truist.com, Truist.com, or a Truist branch near you. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Now, let's check the Bradley Heating and Air Weather Center.
Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning, keeping the Palm Beaches cool since 1980. Visit them today at bradleyair.com.
Hey there, everyone. Steve Villanueva here. For today, it's going to be warm and breezy. Temperatures heading up to about 80 degrees. In fact, we're in the 80s for the next several days, maybe the middle 80s in some spots. For today, we're partly to mostly sunny and breezy with winds up to 20 miles an hour. Overnight tonight, it's going to be a quiet night with temperatures dropping into the 60s. Now, for tomorrow, we'll have a few extra clouds around. We're still warm, but we're partly to mostly cloudy. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva on ESPN 106.3.
Time now for a PNC Pause. PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the lives of the customers they serve in the South Florida community. See how at pnc.com. You're listening to ESPN 106.3.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen from the home team. Let's play a little game of question and answer. Who has the largest fleet of luxury vehicles in South Florida? A1A Limo. Who offers an on-time guarantee or your money back? A1A Limo. And whose drivers are background checked and average over 5 years of continuous service? A1A Limo. That's who. Whether it's for business or personal, from airport runs to nights on the town to games or concerts, A1A Limo is always the smart choice. Book now at A1ALimo.com. That's A1ALimo.com.
Your home for the Miami Heat in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast is ESPN 106.3.
Jimmy to the rim. It's in! Tyler jumper rips nothing but nylon. Love for three. Got it. I mean nothing but net. Bam! One hand. Hallelujah.
Miami Heat coverage on ESPN 106.3 is presented by EDS Air Conditioning, South Florida Ford, Twin Peaks, and the Breakers Palm Beach.
You're listening to ESPN 106.3, presented by Rubenstein Law. 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Car accident, truck accident, Uber or Lyft accident, or slip and fall? Call Rubenstein Law. Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL and visit one of our offices throughout Florida.
The PGA Tour returns to PGA National Resort for the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. February 28th through March 3rd. Don't miss your chance to enjoy local bites, specialty cocktails, and drama-filled moments at the iconic Bear Trap. Witness the must-see atmosphere for fans and the PGA Tour's best at the Champions Course. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's 2 largest bridal designers. Next weekend, March 8th through 10th, Tacori and Verragio will be here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 2 years zero-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal, and let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening next weekend, March 8th through 10th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, US 1 and PSL Boulevard, on approved credit.
Now offering 4.9% for the coolest SUV on the road, the 2023 Land Rover Defender. Iconic looks and endless possibilities. Enjoy 4.9% for up to 60 months on all 110 and 130 Defender models in stock at Land Rover Palm Beach. Select new 2023 Land Rover Defender 110 and 130 models eligible for financing at the APR for well-qualified buyers. Supplies are limited. Taxes, title, license, and fees excluded. Residency restrictions apply. Customers must take new vehicle delivery from retailer stock by 8/31/2023. Model picture may vary from offer. See Land Rover Palm Beach for more details.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
And it appears we have some breaking news that just came down the line here on ESPN 106.3.
If your vehicle has problems with braking or other issues, get it fixed right now at St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Breaking news here on ESPN 106.3. New developments at this hour.
When news breaks, ESPN West Palm has you covered. On air with ESPN 106.3 and on social media at ESPN West Palm.
Hey guys, it's Josh Cohen. When I want to watch the UFC, Twin Peaks is my local headquarters. With wall-to-wall 4K HD TV, you're there for every knockout. Never a cover charge to watch any of the fights. And once you step inside the lodge, you're surrounded by Twin Peaks girls, serving up made-from-scratch food and the signature 29-degree cold beer. Catch every main event at your UFC headquarters, Twin Peaks. Located right off I-95 and Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, Twin Peaks eats drinks, and scenic views.
You're listening to LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches edition, presented by Gosling's Rum, the official rum and ginger beer of the Cognizant Classic. Also brought to you by Eisner Amper, Kaiser University College of Golf, Celsius, Formula1Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2024, and the Palm Beach County Sports Commission.
We are out here the rest of the week and the weekend. That here is PGA National, the what?
Yes.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. For those of you who don't know, the former Honda Classic is now the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Same hospitality, same tournament, same names, different name of the actual event.
Bigger names
Cognizant
than
Classic
last
in the
year.
Palm Beaches. Bigger names, actually.
100%.
Rory McIlroy and Ricky Fowler and Justin Rose are all part of the field here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. It tees off tomorrow, but Pro-Am today at PGA National. I got to be honest. So Matt Lincoln at CBS 12. We all know him, good dude.
Yeah.
I walked into the clubhouse here at PGA National, and then Tyler Cameron walked by, our good friend, the former Bachelorette finalist and FAU football star,
Right.
Tyler Cameron, the pride of Jupiter. And Tyler's like, yeah, I'm playing in the Pro-Am. I'm going to suck. Playing with Tua. Matt's like, oh, I know where Tua is. Come on. So we got in. We walked to the driving range because I'm like, well, if Tua's here, I need to see the man that I support.
Yes.
I'm the president of his outgoing president, but I might
gonna
go for
say,
another
chill.
term. I might go for another term. Stone
Chill.
talked me into it a couple of weeks
I
ago.
would love
Another term is the president of the Tua Tagovailoa
4
fan
more
club in Palm
years.
Beach County in the Treasure Coast. It is a 4-year term.
Yes.
And so we walked up to the driving range, and there was Tua in all his glory. Want to know what I did? Took a creepy picture of him.
Of course you did.
Took a
course.
creepy
So,
picture of him.
with
Far
your-
away, did you have to zoom in with your fingers?
No, I did it close enough where I didn't have to zoom in, but it was definitely a creepy picture.
So with your encounter there, meeting one of your idols, do you have any
Not an
advice for
idol,
me?
not an idol, but
Oh,
I
okay.
support him.
Do you have any advice for me as I meet one
You're
of my
meeting an
idols?
idol. You're meeting someone who's considered to some in the Dominican Republic a god.
No, everyone.
Everyone, okay. A living god in the Dominican Republic, David Ortiz. Jeanette's going to meet him for the first time sometime here in the next, couple of minutes
He's
or
on
so.
Dominican time. I get it.
That would,
So,
I think he had to finish his Pro-Am round.
Ken would be
And you
a
know what? He can do whatever the heck he wants.
Ken would be a big loser if Tua Tagovailoa was his idol.
oh, wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
What is that supposed to mean, Stone?
Hot take.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, come on, what are we doing? You've been in the industry for decades. Some
That's a good
22-year-old
point.
average quarterback is Ken's idol.
Oh.
Okay, let's take it
Tua is
down a notch
here.
to the average stuff,
Tua
dude.
is here.
Yeah, I'm not calling him average. You called him average.
Yeah,
Ken LaVicka did
let me
not say
take that
Tua
back.
Tagovailoa
Let
was
me start
average.
over. Let me start over.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna
so
say average
This
again.
is awkward.
Let me
He's going to say average
He's
again.
going to do it again, huh?
let me start over.
Okay. Well, this
Wow.
time
This is
going
sucks.
well.
Yeah,
You're
what are you
doing
doing?
so good.
I'm struggling here.
We're on radio right now,
Is the
Stone.
speaker
Can't you Google
on?
thesaurus
At
Yes,
the
the
real quick?
speaker's on. People
Oh
are
my
walking by.
God.
They can hear you.
We
So
look
what
like-
do you want to tell them?
So redo it.
We look like an idiot because of a man that's not even here.
I think the
Okay, you're
What is
doing
going
great.
on?
Anyways,
Is Stone okay at the somebody welfare check on Stone
I
at the
just
studio in the
can't
square.
believe I said that, knowing you guys were blasting the speaker at the Cognizant
Yeah.
Classic in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Palm
What
Beaches.
did you think we were doing?
We're-
Just sitting here talking to ourselves?
The second best quarterback in Miami Dolphins history. If that guy was Ken's idol, I don't know. I would struggle with thinking Ken was being real with himself.
No,
that was the best I had,
wouldn't be
guys.
an idol. But I'm damn near 40 years old, so Stone's right. I'm not going to sit there and idolize an early 20s, still yet to hit the prime of his career quarterback. What I will say is I have a deep appreciation.
Whoa,
I have a
still
deep
yet to hit his prime.
Yeah, he hasn't yet hit his prime. And think about that. Think how great that is that he hasn't hit his prime and he already led the league in passing yards.
True
Think
that.
about
you are
that.
so hot and cold. I haven't
about
been on
that.
with the show for
True
a
that.
hot
I
minute.
thought you were going to say I was
Yeah,
so
it was just
hot.
so
I was
hot.
like, thank you. Appreciate that compliment.
No.
Appreciate
I mean,
that.
you are, but you're even like you're hot and cold with your whole Tua takes. Like one
No,
like,
I
week
can be
you're like,
cr-
oh my god, he's the best.
No,
the
but I
other
can
one,
be-
you're on a reel on Instagram.
You
You're
can
like,
be-
fire the man, get rid
No,
of him.
I didn't say that. I just said that you can have questions, legitimate questions about Tua without giving up on Tua.
I have legitimate questions about your takes on Tua.
Oh.
You're inconsistent.
Oh, well, hold on a second. Hold on. Maybe we're getting to something here. His takes on Tua are inconsistent, because Tua himself is
inconsistent.
At least in the back end of the season, right?
You know what?
In December and January.
Give me my mystical music, please, Stone. My mystical music, please. What actually is Tua?
Oh, my God.
888-760-3776, 888-760-3776, social media at KLV1063. What is your deepest, most probing sports question? 888-760-3776 and social media at KLV1063. Jeanette, do you have a probing, pressing sports question to put out into the universe?
I do, and it's one that I've asked constantly as spring training is underway at with the Houston Astros and Washington Nationals.
And what's the name of the stadium?
Cacti Park.
Cacti Park.
Cacti Park in the Palm Beaches, baby.
Yes. So
Shout out Travis Scott.
Absolutely.
Most of the
H-Town!
There you go. Now Stone's back engaged in.
As a World Series champion like myself.
Nice, me too.
No.
I'm on the fan base, so.
No, I have a ring. You don't.
Okay, well, that's not nice.
So, baseball to me is a sport I truly love, personally and culturally. I don't think I've been more geeked out the fact that I'm about to interview David Ortiz in Spanish. So, what is it about baseball that's not attractive to other sports fans? I'm always having to defend the game of baseball. Oh, it's too slow. Have you heard of the pitch clock? That rule now? Have you heard of the bases being bigger? Have you heard of all of these beautiful rules baseball has now put in paper and acting? No, there's more.
I know.
To bring you to the game, to welcome you to a ballpark and enjoy a glizzy with beer, amongst others, degenerates.
Yep.
What can baseball do to bring y'all into the ballpark?
Okay, I think that's a great question. Want to know my theory on this?
What?
And again, there's no answer here, but here's my theory on the baseball sucks contingent. Is that so many people have spent so many years absorbing the talk about how baseball sucks that no matter the improvement, no matter how fun it still is to go to a baseball game, no matter some of the teams that have been able to come up that were previously irrelevant and now compete for championships, a la the Texas Rangers, who are the current World Series champions.
Which is weird.
It is weird. People have been so immersed, though, in baseball sucks that they refuse to actually talk themselves out of baseball sucks and give it a chance. I really, truly think that it's a mob mentality when it comes to baseball because we get so caught up in the NFL machine. The NFL is always pushing you, always drowning you, holding your head underwater. Watch us, do your fantasy football draft. Come on, combine, guys wearing underwear. Watch it, spend your money.
Okay, I will.
Red zone. Baseball, they don't do that, and they pay dearly for it.
Yeah.
And they get dwarfed by the NFL machine. Especially.
I wouldn't say that because there's a huge chunk of the year where baseball is the only sport outside of the NBA.
Yeah.
So you have the opportunity to go baseball. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, all the sounds Ken LaVicka did. But still, it's not. People aren't into it, and I don't get it. And I don't know if it's a United States thing because I was able to cover the Caribbean series.
I think it is United States.
February.
I think it's solely United States thing because Japan doesn't have this problem. The Caribbean doesn't have this problem.
And it's weird to me.
Can I offer up the easiest, not solution, but explanation for this
Sure.
problem?
Sure.
Baseball fans and baseball pontificators and people that support the sport, what y'all are missing in all of this is...
Yeah, great call. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, it's just there are better options. I don't think this is a baseball problem. You can fund the sport up. You can do all of that. But, like, here in America, you have college football, which is a behemoth. You have the NFL, which is a behemoth. You have the NBA, which is more action-packed with bigger stars, more recognizable stars. And we only have 24 hours in each of our days. We only have so much attention span we're allowed to give to things. And all I'm saying is I don't think it's necessarily a baseball is boring problem. I think that there's more exciting options and you can't do all of them at once.
So what was the flip then? Because it is called America's pastime. And I wanted to say was because I don't believe it is anymore because of the popularity's gone down the drain.
Yeah, it was America's.
But, like, what was the flip?
But it was how we passed our time back then.
Right.
But nowadays, the way that America passes its time is with football.
Right, and there's in modern day America, there's no such thing as leisure time. Like, it's impossible to be a successful person, in my opinion, and enjoy leisurely time.
Right.
So it doesn't apply to the modern day American. What I will say too, more than any other sport, there is a sanctimonious approach that the gatekeepers of the sport, the Hall of Fame voters, or the executives of the sport, or even the commissioner, Rob Manfred, I think there's a sanctimonious approach to the game that's sort of an inherent disrespect to fans that keeps them away from it.
I won't take the Hall of Famers debate because Sosa, Robert Clemente's already in there, of course.
Yeah.
Should have all been there a long time ago. But I will give Manfred the respect that he finally put new baseball rules in it and is going off it. So
it helps. But another
sorry,
thing,
I'm just waiting for David Ortiz.
I'll say this too. This actually is more reflective of my experience with baseball. When baseball was at its most popular point in my life and most people's lives that are about 30-ish years old was in the midst of that steroid era with all of those heroes that we worship so much, like the Barry Bondses and the Sammys, that provided all of that entertainment.
Sure.
And then baseball turns around and slaps us in the face by telling us that those guys' careers didn't matter.
Yeah.
So it almost is like, yes, they were trying to protect the quote-unquote integrity of the game, but the big hammer that they ruled down on the steroid era with kind of drew you away from the game. Similar to how, like, the NCAA tried to, like, push us off of Reggie Bush's Heisman year. Like, those things happened. Those things mattered. And I think all of those little small things, like you were saying, the stuffiness of the people that are the gatekeepers with baseball, it's not drawing people in. It's kicking people out. And people are getting older. And then people are moving on, like it's just other stuff.
I just think the NBA is more fast-paced. It's more of an exciting brand. It appeals to a wider portion of the population, in my opinion. NFL is just an unstoppable money-making machine. I think, though, as soon as people just sort of understand that baseball is more regional than any other sport, because if we're in Chicago right now, there's no conversation about what's wrong with baseball?
This is true.
Because locally, the ratings, and the White Sox have sucked. The White Sox, for the last couple of years, have had some of their highest TV ratings of all time. The Cubs are always going to get high TV ratings and great attendance. L.A., there's no discussion about why does baseball suck? Because it's the capital of the baseball universe. New York, this is the time of year that most fans are getting behind. Everyone's excited about the Knicks, but trust me, they'd rather talk about what the Yankees or Mets are going to do. So it's very regional. It just turns out down here, there's no excitement other than those that are from somewhere else because the Marlins are just...
That's very true.
That's all
By the way, your boy...
It's a regional sport, and
it's
that's
a regional
fine.
national sport, which is weird.
Your boy, Ossie Guillen, he was the manager for Team Venezuela, who won the Caribbean Series. He's an intimidating man to see in person.
I know.
I didn't even talk to him.
Loud and gruff.
He's just sitting there in the dugout, like hands crossed, back pressed, and you're like, I am terrified of you.
Ossie Guillen, I've said it before, I'll say it again, Ossie Guillen should still be a manager in Major League Baseball. What is your most pressing, your deepest sports question? 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776, social media at KLV1063. That's 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776. Could you quickly, Theo, tell us about the greatness of SWA, Solid Waste Authority?
Come on now, man. This is and this is something that's close to my heart because I've always been thinking further, thinking deeper about this world. As we talk about these life questions, how do we make the world a better place for the next generation? Come on. That's recycling.
That's right. That's right.
And that's what the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County wants you to do. And if you're wondering what to recycle and where to put it, well, Palm Beach County needs your participation to remain a top recycler in the state of Florida. Our system, though, only accepts certain items for recycling. Good news, newspapers and inserts are one of them. Those items go into the yellow bin. By recycling newspapers and inserts, you can help reduce greenhouse gases and save valuable resources, and the material is made into new products as well. Keep our community clean and green by recycling right every day, Palm Beach County, and learn more at swa.org/recycle right.
Let's head to the phones. And again, what is your deep probing sports question? 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776, and social media is open at KLV1063. Let's head to Loxahatchee, and that's where we find Randy. Randy, you're on LaVicka, Theo, and Stone. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Hey, LaVicka. Is Jeanette still there?
Jeanette is still here awaiting David Ortiz.
Hello.
All right. You're banging the drum on baseball this, baseball that.
Oh.
Jeanette, where were you World Series time? Can you tell me who was in the World Series this year? It seems like your enthusiasm dwindles after the spring training.
No, wasn't it the Diamondbacks and the Rangers?
All right, Thank you very much. You didn't talk about it. You didn't talk about it, Jeanette. You got to talk about it on the radio.
But
Randy,
let me ask you, though, do you think that the majority of fans in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast gave one single solitary damn about the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers? Like, I just think about it from a business standpoint.
I think sports talk radio ranges older. Baseball ranges older.
Okay, but I'm also not talking about the baseball postseason. I'm talking about the baseball regular season.
Like, just baseball, period.
Exactly.
Like, Randy, I'm assuming you're a baseball fan, Randy.
So you're telling me that you're talking about baseball regular season being more important than the postseason? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, interest level.
Interest level. Like, what do we have to do to get people to watch the baseball regular season? Everybody just cares about the postseason.
We got to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, Randy, appreciate the input.
I thought I talked about it.
She brought it up as her topic today. Also, there's 162 regular season games. It's going to be a regional sport at that point.
Not only did I talked about the rules and everything
I think it's a good
that
idea.
baseball implemented.
No, tomorrow on LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, we break down the 2024 Kansas City Royals. We'll do that at 1 o'clock, so make sure to tune in, okay?
Oh, dear, okay.
What is your deep probing sports question? Hey, Jeanette, you just got to talk about it.
Yeah.
888-760-3776, 888-760-3776, social media at KLV1063. Stone, what do you think? Every single day, we do a 20-minute breakdown of one team per day in Major League Baseball leading up to the regular season. Does that sound like good radio?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I
For the
mean,
most part, we can find fans out here in this market for sure.
No, I think, and what we'll do Friday, I think a lot of people here are yearning for the Seattle Mariners. So Friday's going to be the Seattle Mariners.
Pirates. Let's talk Pirates.
Pittsburgh Pirates is Monday, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we've got a lot of good stuff on deck for you, okay? And notice how I said on deck, because I care about baseball, okay?
On deck.
So, Thursday, tomorrow, the Kansas City Royals, 1 o'clock, tune in. We're going to break them down. Friday, Seattle Mariners Friday, here on LaVicka, Theo, and Stone. And then Monday, we get things rolling with a full week of Major League Baseball previews with your Pittsburgh Pirates. There we go.
yes.
Perfect.
You're welcome, Randy.
David Ortiz momentarily. Make sure to talk baseball with him, Jeanette. At least subject to change, David Ortiz. We're anticipating him. We'll put it that way.
Yes.
I will find him.
We'll come back to PGA National. It's Pro-Am Day at the Cognizant Classic of the Palm Beaches. When we return, report cards are out on the NFL, and we're going to check in on our teams to see where they graded out off the field in 2023. That is Theo. Stone's back in West Palm. She's Jeanette. I'm Ken. We're at PGA National Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Pro-Am. LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Experience tennis like never before at the Miami Open, presented by Intel. The Miami Open returns to Hard Rock Stadium on March 17th for 15 straight days and nights of tennis. Hard Rock Stadium provides an incredible experience for avid tennis fans and casual enthusiasts alike. Experience world-class food, curated art, exciting entertainment, all while the best players in the world compete for the prestigious title. Tickets for the 2024 Miami Open are on sale right now at MiamiOpen.com. Tickets start at just $25. Go to MiamiOpen.com. We'll see you there.
This summer in Paris, the world's best go for the gold. This summer in South Florida, get the gold. Plan, that is, from EDS Air Conditioning. Ken LaVicka here, and as always, EDS is yes. EDS Air Conditioning, keeping your home cool. As a trained comfort specialist, it's hard to stop a train. With the EDS Gold Plan, you get numerous benefits, including 2 yearly tune-ups to keep your AC unit world-class. EDS is yes. EDSAirConditioning.com. Make your family and your nation proud with the Gold Plan from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDSAirConditioning.com.
Time now for the Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. Every Player of the Week is eligible to win a scholarship at the end of the year. This year, a $25,000 scholarship will be awarded to an athlete, with $10,000 going to the winner's high school athletic department. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond. Here's Cade Chumsley.
Our Player of the Week is Boca Raton girls soccer senior Emma Kate Lee. And with the state semis right around the corner, Emma Kate and the Bobcats are ready to rein in the focus and face the pressure head on.
We do a lot of team bonding, and that makes us so close, which makes us a better team. We're having fun still, but we're more focused. When practice comes, it's no more chit-chat. It's time to get serious and get ready. And being positive, as our team always is, that's something that we do, and we do well, and that takes us together to fight for whatever we got to do next.
Congratulations, Emma Kate, on being selected the Player of the Week. Good luck to you and the rest of the Bobcats in the Final Four.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Hey guys, it's Josh Cohen from the home team. South Florida is buzzing with good vibes thanks to Celsius. Whether I'm hosting the show, attending an event, or outside relaxing by the pool, Celsius keeps me refreshed with 7 essential vitamins and new mouth-watering flavors like green apple cherry, oasis vibe, and lemon lime. You'll be refreshed enough to enjoy the good vibes. Purchase your favorite flavors today at your local retailers. Celsius Essential Energy Drinks.
Honey, wake up. I can't sleep with all your snoring.
Sorry, dear. I'll go sleep in the guest room.
That's it. I'm fed up. I'm setting an appointment for you with Dr. Goldhaber.
Do you or a loved one suffer from snoring? Do you find that you're losing your own night of sleep, even changing rooms? Dr. Neil Goldhaber has been treating ear, nose, and throat patients in Florida for over 25 years. In addition to being the nasal and sinus expert, he also treats patients with snoring and sleep apnea. Located in Boynton Beach, Dr. Goldhaber's state-of-the-art in-office procedures help improve breathing and nasal symptoms. Ear, nose, and throat problems are often the cause of snoring. Schedule an appointment so you can breathe better today and sleep better tonight. Visit goldhabersinus.com or call 561-734-3636.
Don't tell your neighbor to see Dr. Goldhaber. Breathe better today.
All right, sports fans, let's get ready for some world-class soccer action. The MLS Showdown is happening, and it's happening right in your backyard at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Come see him for yourself, the greatest of all time, the legendary goal scorer. Watch him create real magic, and after the game, indulge in a winning lineup of eats, drinks, and adventures in Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's the perfect match. So make a fast break to visit Lauderdale.com and check out some travel tips to score some goal-worthy fun in the vibrant heart of Greater Fort Lauderdale.
What's up, Heat fans? This is Jason Jackson from your Miami Heat audio experience. From every earth-shattering dunk, throw it down, to every 3-ball from the land of milk and honey. For 3, splash! And everything in between.
It's Skyhook and he called it.
ESPN West Palm has you covered. Make sure you are always locked in with your favorite station to catch every single Heat game with me and the gang. It's time to ball, yo.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? FAU's MBA program in sport management is ranked #1 in Florida, 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. The full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out FAU's Sport Management MBA program today, fau.edu/MBA Sport.
You're listening to LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches edition, presented by Gosling's Rum, the official rum and ginger beer of the Cognizant Classic. Also brought to you by Eisner Amper, Kaiser University College of Golf, Celsius, Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2024, and the Palm Beach County Sports Commission.
Up, Stone, we need breaking news. Breaking news, Stone. Breaking news, please. Big
Breaking
story.
news
Breaking
on
news.
ESPN 1063 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. If your vehicle has issues with braking or other issues, get it fixed right now at St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Nick Faria of Sports Illustrated is reporting Zach Wilson has been given permission to seek a trade. Big breaking news here on this Wednesday. Zach Wilson has been given permission to seek a trade. What's your favorite moment of the Zach Wilson era?
Oh, man. You know what it was for real for me? It was him stepping in for Aaron Rodgers and getting that dub. Week 1.
Week 1?
You know what I'm
because
saying?
it was hilarious because it happened against the Bills?
It was amazing. It was hilarious. It was almost the Zach Wilson experience all wrapped up in one, where it was like it was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't necessarily great. He wasn't terrible. He did enough to get a win in that spot, and the defense saved them. I mean, it was just like it was a Jets Zach Wilson experience all wrapped up in one. It was fun while it lasted.
Zach Wilson has been given permission to seek a trade. That is breaking news.
Good thing they gave him permission.
Good thing. It's definitely a good thing.
Rejoice, Jets fans.
Yeah.
Rejoice.
Because Zach, before that, he was like, man, can I even ask for a trade? All these teams want me, but I can't even talk to them about getting a trade.
Right,
Now he has
right.
that permission.
I wonder how much his agent's phone is going to be blowing up.
Oh, come on, dude. It's about to
at
get
this
crazy.
breaking news.
It's about to be
His
crazy.
agent's right now just looking at his phone, facing him.
Ring.
Tapping it every 2 seconds.
Has someone texted me? Did somebody call me? Maybe they tweeted me. I don't know. The FAU MBA Sport Management Program, #1 in the whole freaking United States of America. #10 in the world, according to Sport Business. What are those rankings? Those are rankings of the best postgraduate sport management degrees, 1 in the U.S. and 2 in the world. #1 in the country, #10 in the world. That's elite level stuff. The FAU MBA Sport Management Program, this is, if you want to get into the sports industry, where you get your MBA. Why? What sets them apart? The FAU MBA Sport Management Program has the curriculum to best prepare you for your life after the MBA Sport Management Program. The proper knowledge, the proper contacts, the proper internships, the proper paths that you take out of it. It's the FAU MBA Sport Management Program, fau.edu/MBA Sport, fau.edu/MBA Sport, the FAU MBA Sport Management Program. Sign up now. Summer semester and fall semester classes online or on campus in Boca Raton. It's the FAU MBA Sport Management Program. That's fau.edu/MBA Sport. Let's go to social media at KLV1063. What is your most pressing sports-related question? What have you been pondering? Randy says, why are baseball fields of play different from each other? It seems unfair.
Is that my friend Randy that we spoke up to earlier today?
I don't think it's that Randy.
Has to be.
I don't think it's that Randy.
Big baseball guy.
I think that makes baseball quaint and fun. We'll ask David Ortiz if he comes over about taking aim at the Green Monster. Nobody else has that. That's completely specific to Fenway Park. Stone, I think I like the weird configurations, the different configurations, the personality of each ballpark. If we were just football, how come some fields don't have 70 yards?
Come on.
85, some are 100.
Well, that would be stupid.
Let's have some fun new ways to approach this sport, Stone.
Yeah, I love it. I do think it adds to the aesthetic, right? Because sometimes when the game gets boring, there are cool things to look at, like a pool in the outfield and all those things.
I'm one of those people who purposely travel for sporting events because the ballparks are so unique and different to the culture that they're located in.
I agree with you, Jeanette. I also will say one of my favorite things, and it just resonated with me right now when I thought about variances on football fields. But number one, growing up, love the Smurf turf from Boise State in college football.
Oh, see, I can't stand that.
And I used to also love the fact that the Raiders had a baseball field in the midst of their field. You know, they had the outfield thing.
Well,
what was that about?
The Raiders were the last to have the two-sport football, baseball field. But back in the day, Cincinnati, Miami, Pittsburgh.
Everybody had it?
A lot. San Francisco.
How did that affect play when there's –
It just was weird. So you would run on sand. You would run on dirt.
That's kind of weird.
But that used to be commonplace.
Yeah.
That was all over the place. Houston, when it was the Oilers and the Astros.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to think of other –
But the Raiders were the last one.
The Raiders were definitely the last
to it for a while.
They very much so.
And I thought that was cool. It added some flavor to the stadium. Like, you knew for sure, oh, this is a Raiders home game right here.
Because you see the baseball field.
But again, with baseball, and people accuse of it being a small game, that's why I always tell people to go to baseball games in the ballparks because, you know, when you go to Phillies Field, they have, like, chicken Pete's. And there's fries on the floor and everything. So every baseball park has the food and the music to it. So go to Lone Depot Park.
Yeah.
No other baseball field throws a party like them.
Yeah,
okay.
I loved it.
So I love ballparks having their own personality.
And just remember, tomorrow we debut a new segment called LaVicka, Theo, and Stone Preview Baseball. The Kansas City Royals are the subject of our opening breakdown of the 2024 season right here from PGA National.
You're welcome for such phenomenal content ideas.
I really appreciate that. And Friday, Seattle Mariners and then the Pittsburgh Pirates on Monday.
Yes.
We'll come out tomorrow with what next week as a whole is going to look like.
Don't forget the Orioles.
Well, that'll come later.
Give me some Padres, man.
That'll come later. We got the Padres.
Too popular right now.
We're going to have all
Too popular.
Scott messages in, my deep probing question, will college football ever be the same?
Yeah, no.
From a multitude of ways, no.
Literally, that shouldn't be a question. We know college football will never be the same. Will you be able to enjoy it the same as the question?
It's just become more and more top-heavy.
I low-key love the uncertainty, though. We're so used to Bama being dominant and the SEC being the clear-cut winner. Like, what's going to happen?
Oh, the SEC will still be the clear-cut winner.
I know, but who? But I know, who is it? Like,
let
Nick Saban done, I feel like the field's definitely
that's true.
a little more fun.
Before we take a break, Stone, let me know what you feel about this. So after talking with Tom Herman yesterday, FAU head football coach, he made the point that, the playoff system's not perfect, and God knows I've railed against the playoff system. I'm one who thinks that it should have been 6-6, 6 conference champions, 6 at-large. There was no way the big conferences were going to vote for that.
No.
There's too much group of 5 in that. So instead, they're going 5-7, 5-7. For me, Tom Herman, though, saying, hey, in the American is almost assuredly going to get a spot in the playoff because it is every single year pretty much the top group of 5 conference. 10 teams can win the American. Why not us? He basically took that tact. It got me thinking, USF fans, South Florida fans, and if you're a USF fan right now, I want you to listen very closely to me. I've had enough of you people. USF is a team that has watched UCF move away from it. That used to be their rival, UCF onto bigger things in the Big 12.
Facts.
Okay? USF now believes that they are too good for the American Athletic Conference, where they have sat for quite some time now, because FAU's in it. Ew. Charlotte's in it. Yucky. So they think they're better, even though they had their first Division I win, football Division I win in 3 years this year. They were able to back in to 6 wins, and then they played a bowl game where the tight end played quarterback for Syracuse, and they won. So they think they're well on their way after 6 wins, barely getting into a bowl game and playing a tight end at quarterback. Their basketball team just won the regular season title in the American. Is that impressive? Sure. But they, despite that, are going to have to win their conference tournament to go to the NCAA tournament because their schedule was so trash before the conference season, okay? USF fans think that they're Big Ten or ACC bound. USF fans think it's time to get the call, just like UCF did to the Big 12. They think that the Big 12 should be pining after USF. They think that the Big 10 should be pining after USF. They think the ACC should be pining after USF. I'll say this, USF, take your big conference. You will never, ever, ever in our lifetimes compete for a chance to go to the college football playoff in the ACC, in the Big Ten, in the Big 12. But by all means, go. So you stop whining and complaining about it. And I promise you, if USF pushes its way into one of the big conferences, FAU will go to a college football playoff before USF does. How about that?
That is, I mean.
Mwah. Chef's kiss.
I'm only offended by this because I brought up the same point like 2 weeks ago when you were complaining about Group of Five stuff, and I said FAU has never been closer to winning a college football national championship than they are today. But, I regress. I digress.
You might have been onto something. You
probably planted the idea and subconsciously Ken just
Well,
brought
Tom
it
Herman.
up.
No, Tom Herman solidified it. I planted the idea back then.
He planted the seed, and Tom Herman was the cascade of rain.
It was a work in progress.
Yes.
It was a work in progress.
And then I got here at the Sunshine Today PGA National, and then it's brought it into a beautiful sunflower.
All that matters is we got here.
Right. Stone, should we try an impromptu listening lunch when we come back?
I think so.
All right, we'll do a listening lunch. We'll also do, since we only got to one thing to grade yesterday, we'll do another edition of LaVicka, Theo, and Stone Grade Things, but it'll be the NFLPA, the players grading. Oh, boy, we have class, and we're eating in class. My God, what audio stimulation we have right now. The NFL players grading their individual organizations. It's good stuff. We'll go to our team, see how they did. That's Theo. Jeanette's hanging out with us. What a treat, Stone. I'm Ken, LaVicka, Theo, and Stone at PGA National on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3 WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen. When you are in need of any kind of auto repair, honesty and reliability are everything. Trust the home for honest, reliable service, St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Just like the name, St. Lucie Battery and Tire has all tire and battery brands in stock for cars, trucks, RV, marine, power sport, even golf carts. Major and minor service repairs, free tire pressure, and free battery checks. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Over 50 years in our community. 17 full-service locations, all the way from West Palm Beach to the Treasure Coast. Check them out at slbt.com. That's slbt.com.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to helping the customers and the communities they serve move forward financially. See how they can make a difference for you at pnc.com.
Introducing DQ Grill & Chill's new Parmesan Garlic Tossed Chicken Strips. All white meat, juicy chicken strips tossed in rich, creamy Parmesan sauce. You won't find chicken strips like this anywhere else. Plus, the Mint Brownie Blizzard of the Month. And the new Confetti Dip Cone with rainbow sprinkles. Free Cone Day is Tuesday, March 19th, where you can get a free small vanilla cone, applicable to one person. DQ Grill & Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road, and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Thank you for listening to ESPN 106.3. I love you. Thank you for listening to ESPN 106.3. I love you. Thank you for listening to ESPN 106.3. I love you.
The PGA Tour returns to PGA National Resort for the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. February 28th through March 3rd. Don't miss your chance to enjoy local bites, specialty cocktails, and drama-filled moments at the iconic Bear Trap. Witness the must-see atmosphere for fans and the PGA Tour's best at the Champions Course. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com.
Hey, it's Tina from Josh Cohen and the Home Team, and I wanted to remind you that Jay McLaughlin at the Gardens Mall carries clothing and accessories for women and men. The men's styles can take guys everywhere, from work to weekend to adventure, with clothes featuring standout colors and signature prints. These clothes are perfect to go from the office to the golf course to dinner without a wardrobe change needed. Visit Jay McLaughlin at the Gardens Mall on the upper level near Saks Fifth Avenue.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the South Florida community. That's why they offer military banking products, champion veteran-owned businesses, and provide support to local organizations that empower veterans and their families with the resources they need to succeed. PNC Bank. See how they can help you at pnc.com/military. The PNC Financial Services Group, Incorporated, all rights reserved. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Looking for the perfect pre-owned Land Rover? Visit LandRoverPalmBeach.com and shop for the finest collection of Land Rover certified vehicles in Florida. Every certified pre-owned Land Rover vehicle is subjected to a rigorous 165-point inspection and is protected by up to either a 1-year unlimited miles or 2 years, 100,000 miles limited warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Take advantage of 3.9% financing for up to 24 months on select Land Rover models. Call 561-209-7000 for more details today. LandRoverPalmBeach.com.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen. Are you or a loved one experiencing memory loss, misplacing your keys, or forgetting people's names? Memory diseases affect not only the individual, but the entire family. Those over 50 should do memory screenings as part of their annual routine checkups. Brain Matters Research, with offices in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast, is offering complimentary memory screenings. Go to memoryscreeningsflorida.com. That's memoryscreeningsflorida.com. Brain Matters Research, making your memories matter.
You're listening to LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches edition, presented by Gosling's Rum, the official rum and ginger beer of the Cognizant Classic. Also brought to you by Eisner Amper, Kaiser University College of Golf, Celsius, Formula1Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2024, and the Palm Beach County Sports Commission.
Hoping to see Dr. Neil Goldhaber this weekend here at PGA National. Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Dr. Goldhaber is the man. Yes, Jeanette, you want to weigh in on Dr. Goldhaber?
No, yeah, his greatness for sure. So I've seen him twice when I'm bartending.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a man of the people, that's
no,
why.
No. What kind of alcohol do you think he drinks?
Something classy?
Whiskey.
No, Corona Light. Simple,
really?
basic man of the people.
Oh, that's right. Dr. Goldhaber's a Corona man.
Simple Corona
I love it.
Light man.
I
love that about
Corona,
him.
proud partner of the Cognizant Classic of the Palm Beaches, by the way. Dr. Neil Goldhaber, when he's not being a man of the people, he is commiserating over his New York teams just like you, and he's also helping you with some of your chronic ear, nose, and throat issues. He's been doing it for decades. We call him the ENT extraordinaire. It's not just lip service. It's the absolute truth. For decades, he has been based out of Boynton Beach, and he has been hearing everything from I've got constant ringing in my ears to I'm always sniffling, I'm always congested, but I'm not sick, to I always feel like my throat is swollen. Oh, I've got this massive snoring problem, and my wife is done with it. Dr. Neil Goldhaber has helped all of those things, treated all of these things, and changed people's lives. He is too humble to sit there and brag about himself, so I'll do it for him. Dr. Neil Goldhaber, you can have that type of treatment with that man who has done so much good by simply going to goldhabersinus.com, getting your consultation, figuring out a plan of action, and improving your life with Dr. Neil Goldhaber. goldhabersinus.com, goldhabersinus.com. That is your first step towards getting rid of some of the things that have been nagging you for weeks, months, years, decades. Dr. Neil Goldhaber, the ENT extraordinaire. GoldhaberSinus.com. GoldhaberSinus.com. It's Dr. Neil Goldhaber. Before we get to listing lunch and before we get to our impromptu LaVicka, Theo, and Stone grade things, we found out during the break that David Ortiz has left the premises and will not be on the show. But more importantly to me, will not be sitting down with Jeanette Javier, who was here to interview him both in English and Spanish. ESPN West Palm Play, Deportes 760, and I suppose, and sorry if this is awkward, Jeanette, but I did want to tell you sorry that this is not happening. I think some people out there might be, radio bit, they set this whole thing up. No. We just found out literally during the break. It sucks. We're not happy about it, but forget us. Like, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, Theo, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
We're fine without it, but Jeanette, born and raised loving David Ortiz, and this was going to be one of those dream things in this job, and so I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm all right. It's definitely not a bit if people do think that way. I gave up shifts to be here and practice last night, so, but, hopefully I know there will be other opportunities to speak to him again.
Yeah.
Come on now. Timing is everything. It's going to happen again.
It is going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
Timing is everything.
And I don't want to, again, and I don't want continuing to talk about this to sting, but this is one of those things, right, Jeanette? Like, this is.
This is.
Like, I'm just trying to give proper scale to this to people.
This is. Sorry, I have teared for a bit. This is one of the biggest disappointments that I'm honored to have, because even the idea of David Ortiz, the fact that it was real, was huge. But. Again, it is what it is. Won't be my last time to have this opportunity.
And I tell you what, he lives in this area. David Ortiz does, and I will try and help facilitate. Theo will help try and facilitate us getting face-to-face time with you and him. Like, not a phoner, not any of this stuff, but some face-to-face time with him.
And
okay?
I don't know, I don't know if people actually know me from the home team crew or when I was on with y'all, but my dog is named Charles Barkley II, and Charles Barkley is my favorite basketball player of all time. He is my Charles Barkley of the MLB.
Yeah.
So
again, sorry.
It is what it is.
And so no David Ortiz, but again, I don't care. I don't care about us. I care about Jeanette. Jeanette, we're going to make this right. And so I think the right thing for David Ortiz to do as well is to make the time.
We'll get him. Yeah, and I'm sure he wants to. It's not like he also.
I don't think it was his choice.
If anything, I bet you he had a phenomenal time out here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, and he was just ready, after having a fantastic game, just ready to head home, because who knows what, sometimes you drink too much and you make weird things.
And he also had no clue he was going to be talking to the Dominican diva.
Right. If he knew knew exactly what force of nature he was going to be encountering, maybe he would have stuck around a little bit.
Definitely would have. He thought he was going to be talking like probably me and Ken. They probably showed him the show tile. He was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Low key though. Can I take out my hair?
Who are those nerds?
Yeah, I'm good. Right. Yep. Talk to those guys enough.
Maybe I'll take out my hair extensions out now though, because they're heavy and it's sweaty out here.
So Jeanette's going to hang out with us though until 2:00, and we're enjoying ourselves here at PGA National Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. You know what I'm looking forward to tomorrow? Let's see, what time is it right now? It's 1:17. 24 hours and 45 minutes from now. I am going to be here at PGA National with the Goslings Dark and Stormy in hand.
Nice.
And we're off.
And we are off.
And we're off for the 2024 edition of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. We're going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be here Friday. I'm going to be here Saturday morning. Theo's going to be here Saturday afternoon. Speaking of Goslings, he'll be in the Goslings Bear Trap in the Goslings Lounge with Josh Cohen. So come and hang, won't you? TheCognizantClassic.com. TheCognizantClassic.com. Get your passes. Come out here. Same hospitality, same great golf, better feel, different name. Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. CognizantClassic.com. All right, Stone, what do you want to do first? Since you're back in our the court studio, or the square, sorry. Why did I say the court?
The court.
The court.
What's the
I have
square?
a real
I mean, the
clue.
court is a square, so I see
Yeah,
where your
you
mind
know what?
was
I think that's
going.
what it was. Yeah,
It's a rectangle.
The Square Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. What would you like to do first, Stone? Would you like to do listening lunch, or would you like to do LaVicka, Theo, and Stone grade things?
I say we do a little bit of listening lunch.
Listening lunch here on LaVicka, Theo, and Stone. The listening lunch, a Wednesday tradition here on this very radio program. All right, so let's go ahead and start. And I think where we need to begin here is with Mecole Hardman, your guy on the Kansas City Chiefs. Stone, at the Pivot podcast, am I correct with the identification here?
Correctamundo.
Mecole Hardman was talking about the issues in the Jets locker room. If you recall, Mecole Hardman spent about 3/4 of the season with the New York Jets, and they got traded back to the Chiefs and won a whole damn title and had the game-winning touchdown catch in overtime. Mecole Hardman on the Pivot podcast was talking about that Jets locker room. This is what he had to say. Not too kind, his words.
What went wrong with the Jets? They trade you. What went wrong there?
Y'all treat certain guys that shouldn't be treated like they should be treated. And I just feel like it's not an established coaching staff there as well. Like, you just got a new coaching staff that came in. It's no standard there. It's like everybody do what they want to do. And defense have a more of a stabilized standard with the coaching staff on that side. So you could tell the defense got a standard, but the offense is just like, all right, we'll just figure it out. It's Aaron's show. Let Aaron do what Aaron do, you know what I mean? But then when Aaron go down, it's like, we don't know what to do. But this is that same coach that just was out of a job the previous year, then averaged get a new job. I know for a fact I'm better than him for sure. Like, I ain't trying to, I know I'm better than him. I'm better than him too. Garrett Wilson, the only person y'all should just be like, hey. So I have no problem with y'all putting around Garrett Wilson for sure. I don't care. Like, that's fine. But when you come to certain other things, it's like, come on, like, I don't understand why I'm not in the rotation with that. And y'all never gave me a reason as to why either. This my thing was. Y'all can't tell me about winning. I've been to 4 Super Bowls in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, you feel me? But beforehand, I've been to 4 AFC championships. I've been to 3 Super Bowls. I've won 2 of them. Like, I know what winning looks like.
Right.
I know what winning is. So y'all keep telling me certain things. It's like, I'm not going for that. Like, because y'all not doing it right. Like, we got hammers on the ground. We don't got no discipline. People feel like it's too many individual egos in this locker room or whatever. And I'm telling them, like, that's not going to get y'all to win. It's not going to happen.
Man.
Wow. Is this the proper word for what Mecole Hardman did to the Jets on the Pivot podcast? An evisceration? I mean, there are so many different layers to that. I'm trying to think. So he's obviously talking a lot about Nathaniel Hackett, right?
Yes.
But
and the Rodgers lackeys.
And the Rodgers lackeys, which, I mean, Robert Saleh, I feel like, is a big part of that. Am I wrong? I feel like some of that absolutely extends to Robert Saleh. He can say all he wants, say the defense. They've got more organization. I believe that was the word that he said.
Yeah.
More solidarity. But, man, if your offensive coordinator is clueless and you're Aaron Rodgers lackeys, Robert Saleh comes off as an Aaron Rodgers lackey. I think this is just as bad a look at Robert Saleh, look for Robert Saleh, as it is Nathaniel Hackett. Robert Saleh's there, or Nathaniel Hackett's there because of Robert Saleh.
I think this is a Joe Douglas.
A Joe Douglas issue, too.
Who's the Jets owner again?
Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson. I think it's more an issue of them. And, again, it's exactly what we said after what we saw they did this offseason. They thought they could just bring in Aaron Rodgers, succumb to all his needs, and everything will be resolved about how decrepit that franchise has been over the past decade. And it didn't work out that way, partially because Aaron Rodgers got hurt, but also partially because they were insufficient in surrounding him with the right kind of guys to keep him protected. Mecole Hardman's kind of right here. I think he also was just mad he didn't get a lot of playing time. He was right, though, but he's also mad.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, are we really putting any stock into a player that was traded for 6th and 7th round picks in 2025?
I don't know. He ended up going to Kansas City and being a key component to a team that had one of the most difficult playoff paths we've ever seen.
You talking about a bum-ass wide receiver room in Kansas City? He couldn't get on the field in New York, and they sent him away for 6th and 7th rounds pick in 2025. At what point and when have we ever listened to an athlete on a podcast who said stability instead of stability? And really, we're going to put stock into this now?
That's not cool, Stone. Don't pull that card, Stone.
You guys want me to pull it back up? Stability?
Here's what I'll say, though.
Don't.
You gave credence to LaShawn McCoy because he was the one player who spoke outwardly bad about Eric Bieniemy and his coaching style. And that was directly related to LaShawn McCoy not getting the right amount of touches in the Chiefs offense. You said we should listen to LaShawn McCoy. What did Eric Bieniemy do after LaShawn McCoy? Oh, win Super Bowls with the Chiefs. Mecole Hardman just stepped out of that Jets locker room this year, and we watched that offense crumbled when they had no plan post Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
What Mecole Hardman said was correct. And, yes, also he's spiteful because he couldn't get on the field.
Correct.
Both can be true, but you can't just say that the dude is lying. Like, we watched it play out. Rodgers went down. They had no answers. And also there's a reason why Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard got jobs and reps on the Jets, and it's because they were Aaron Rodgers' friends. Like, why else would Nathaniel Hackett, after the worst head coaching job we have seen in nearly a decade as well,
Rodgers' lackey,
get an offensive coordinator job the very next year? Like, he's not lying.
LaShawn McCoy was talking about a head coach who now is at UCLA at the college level. And we're talking about Mecole Hardman. Again, a guy who was traded and was speaking spitefully on a podcast. Now we're going to talk about him being correct. It's ironic. We're going to pick and choose our spots.
What about the New York Jets? What have they done to suggest that things that Mecole Hardman said were actually inaccurate? That's my question. Like, what have the Jets done to prove him wrong?
And that's the question, but I would like to hear it from somebody else, not somebody who was traded away for 6th and 7th round picks in 2025. Like, I would just want to hear it from somebody else whose opinion holds any water.
Okay.
I can't wait till Zach Wilson finds a new team.
I was about to say,
hot.
Zach Wilson will talk about it. Garrett Wilson, in the middle of the season, was talking about it. The guy, Garrett Wilson, was outwardly talking about how he couldn't even look the defensive players in the face when they walked off the field.
Breece Hall spent all year cryptically tweeting about things.
That offense was a mess, not just with their play on the field, but also their chemistry and their coaching, and it all stems down from, if you want to believe what Mecole Hardman is saying, the coaching staff and Nathaniel Hackett. That's what it seems like he's pointing his finger towards.
And there's no doubt that offensive staff needs more stability in that system, I think, for the most part.
Stone, how long did you wait to drop that line?
Yeah, he was just
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you heard that audio, and you're like, oh, I'm going to hit him with this one so hot.
Yeah.
No comment.
Stone sat on that thing so long it hatched. I mean, he was just waiting for it, man. He was just waiting for it. Listening lunch here on LaVicka, Theo, and Stone on ESPN 106.3. We are at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Pro-Am here at beautiful PGA National. By the way, weather supposed to be pristine all 4 days. You know what's funny and how soft I am? Earlier this week, I'm like, God, the mornings have been in the mid-50s. It's going to be so cold out there. What are we going to do? Like today, I woke up, it was 70 degrees. But how soft is that when I'm thinking 54? My God, how many layers am I going to have to wear out there?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the worst.
You know what? That's other people's problems. That's the people from the Northeast problems, not our problems. We ain't used to that. We live here for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull this dude's card, Mr. Chicago.
No, I lost that long ago.
I know. I'm just saying, if you got it, that's what you was built on. That's your foundation. That's in the thickness of your blood.
Yeah, because how are you with the cold? Doesn't Houston get cold?
Not like that. Not like Chicago.
Not like Chicago.
Houston gets
cold.
cold, but that's why I'm cool with this kind of cold.
Or are you
like,
from Kansas City? Because you always change where you support everyone.
Kansas City gets real cool.
Well, I was a baby in Kansas City,
oh,
so
you see. Okay,
they bundled me up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear the comeback. This is the comeback. This was Lala. Is she still calling herself Lala Anthony?
I think it's still Lala Anthony.
Lala Anthony, but she's divorced from Carmelo, right? Or are they still together?
Understand
What's the
that.
status of that?
It's
Stone, do you know the status? Is there stability there?
Well done. I do not think they're together.
Okay.
I don't know if that means they're divorced or not. I don't know.
But I'm not being disrespectful saying
no,
she
not
still
at
kept
all.
the last name Lala Anthony.
No.
Okay. For contextual purposes, Carmelo Anthony's former partner, co-parent, Lala. You know who she is. Lala and her and Carmelo's son, Kyan Anthony, were having a fun little back and forth on the comeback. Carmelo Anthony's son slanders his father beyond belief. I've never heard anything this dirty before. Let's hear this back and forth between Lala and son of Lala and Carmelo Anthony, Kyan Anthony.
Basketball player. Mine
Favorite
is this kid I know named Kyan Anthony.
Mine? Oh, you gotta explain why.
You want me to talk about you? Because for 9 months of my life, I threw up every single day. 9 times a day, laid on a cold bathroom floor because I had the worst and most difficult pregnancy ever. Cool. That is why seeing you now on the court and being so amazing, you make your mom so proud. And you are my goal.
That was sweet. That was sweet.
My goal? Oh, I appreciate that. My GOAT is Paul George.
Are you?
Paul George.
I'm leaving.
Paul George is the best player ever. Kobe, Paul George.
When are you gonna say
Carmelo
your
Anthony.
The fact that you didn't say your dad first is crazy to me.
I don't. Obviously, to go at his levels though, like he don't even got it. You just threw the cards at me.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Do you know what he was going to say?
Yes. And
My dad doesn't even have a ring.
He saved himself.
Is terrible.
He saved himself.
That is terrible
That
and
is
disrespectful.
Nasty ass business right
And
there
the
from
way he
Kai
said,
Anthony.
My dad doesn't even have a. Oh my God.
But you know what he said after that, which we didn't play the rest of it. Afterwards, he said he ain't even got to be a part of this or be brought up. He said that afterwards to save himself, but you can tell he was going to say he ain't even got a ring, and he stopped himself because he knew that ass whooping was going to be bad when he got home.
I mean, I think it's already ass whooping level.
There's daddy issues there.
Could you imagine if you're I mean, here's the thing though. He's right. Kai and Anthony is right. Who's the unless you're talking about Syracuse basketball, Carmelo's not a GOAT of anything.
Oh my God.
Nah, that's not fair for you. To say that.
Here's my proclamation. Carmelo Anthony is the GOAT of overrated stars.
Oh my goodness. You're going too far.
Theo.
Stone, am I wrong?
Carmelo
Am I wrong, Stone?
Anthony
Carmelo Anthony, the GOAT of overrated NBA stars.
Yeah, I'm not going to rock with that one.
No.
No, Ken, you are in the minority here.
I think Kobe, even himself,
best player on a terrible team.
I'm pretty sure that at one point Kobe Bryant named Carmelo Anthony as one of the toughest guys to guard in Carmelo's heyday.
And how did that what did that result in?
It's true. Like Carmelo Anthony was a pure scorer. He also is an NCAA national champion. I think he's a 4-time gold medalist.
I'm not talking about his college. I'm not talking about college.
Four gold medals.
I'm not talking about college. Okay, fine. You know who else won a gold medal? Christian Laettner for playing 2 minutes for Team USA.
Yeah, but Melo was a big part. Like Olympic Melo is a thing. Like
wait, so are we really going to, in the grand scheme of things, are we really going to, when we're talking about the GOATs, do we really talk about Olympic basketball?
No.
So
what are we doing?
I feel like that's like saying Jimmy Butler is overrated right now.
Jimmy Butler's had way more playoff success than Carmelo Anthony ever did.
Okay. Can I say this about Carmelo then? You're right. He's not in the GOAT conversation.
Right. So Kyan's right.
But Kyan is his son, and he also didn't name a GOAT. Like, he named
Paul
George. That's the problem.
Okay. All right.
He named Paul George.
This is where I will absolutely agree with you.
Paul George.
Because also, too, there is this Gen Z obsession with Paul George
weird.
because Kyan Anthony is not the first Gen Z basketball fan to label Paul George as their favorite player. In fact, I'll go through these media guides and these game notes for FAU's opponents, college basketball opponents, on a game-by-game basis. And almost certain that one or two players in their personal bio in these game notes are going to name Paul George as their favorite player. Where does this come from? Like, Paul George is fine, but where does this Paul George love come from Gen Z? And let me go to the lone Gen Z participant in this show, and that's Stone Labanowitz. Stone, what's your guys' obsession with Paul George?
He's a bona fide bucket getter. I think his length, the way he plays the game, the way he uses his body, it's smooth, it's buttery, and he, more than a lot of players in the league, can go get a bucket and look good doing it.
If I'm going through my top 10 NBA players, I would never think to put Paul George in that conversation. Why is that? Maybe I'm wrong, but I would never think of that.
I'm close enough to the Gen Z, but then also separated enough to give you a very well-mannered take on this.
Okay.
Ask those same guys what their take or opinion or position is on LeBron James, number one, because Paul George was maybe the only guy we saw kind of go toe-to-toe with LeBron James in those Eastern Conference Finals runs and Eastern Conference playoff runs, and at times kind of look better than him or outduel him here and there.
Sure.
So there's that piece of it. The other piece of it is there just is some likability quality that Paul George holds, especially with other basketball players. They just love his game.
Yeah.
There's a huge admiration for his game, not just what his success has been.
What's weird is that I guess I just never think about Paul George.
No.
Like, I just don't, like, in any context,
You're
I don't
not a
think about
hooper.
Paul George.
He was really good in one of those in a couple of
You're
those
not a
2K
hooper,
games,
though.
too. He was really unstoppable in a couple of those 2K games.
Yeah, you know what? Stone, you can't hurt me because Pierre Garçon said yesterday, I know ball.
Facts.
So you can't hurt me with anything you're going to say.
I'm just saying the reason you don't watch Paul George or aren't keen on Paul George is because you're not a hooper.
Well, one, he generally has missed about 47 games a year for the last 5 years. That probably doesn't help, too.
It's hard to
and
watch.
he plays after my bedtime. A lot of the time.
Who's better, Indy Roy Hibbert or Miami Heat Bam Adebayo?
Of course. That's not even a question. Bam. 10 times over.
That was a stupid question, Stone.
What, are you trying to, make a point on Roy Hibbert?
No, I'm just saying that they used to give the Heat hell in those playoffs.
They did. Roy Hibbert was a part of that. Bam is 10 times the player Roy Hibbert was.
Paul George also has, an infallible story, right? He steps into the league as an unheralded prospect. He's immediately good. He surpasses Danny Granger on Danny Granger's team.
Yeah.
He's competing against those Heatles that everybody hated unless you were a fan of the Heat. And then also he had the big leg break injury in the Olympics.
Sure.
And everybody was rooting for him to come back and do well after
He's inherently likable. I'm not saying he's not likable.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't think about him. So maybe I'm wrong.
Well, when was the last time you talked about Paul George at all? More than 3 sentences like we are right now.
We might this year because they seem like if they can stay healthy, they can make a playoff run. But until then, it's just sort of.
I know.
Yeah.
He's a man.
All right. That'll conclude the listening lunch. That's good stuff right there.
So
That's
sick.
good.
So
And even if he's right, I mean, Cayenne might be facing a whooping from Melo.
How is Cayenne's name spelled? Is it like the pepper, like the spice?
No, K-I-Y-A-N.
Okay, never mind.
When we come back, and impromptu grade things, but we don't grade things. NFL players graded things, and I think it's about time for Tyreek Hill to just stay inside. That's Theo. Stone's back in West Palm. She's Jeanette. I'm Ken. It's a packed house, if you will, at the Pro-Am for the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches at PGA National. LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
It's time for the biggest event on the Treasure Coast. Of course, it's the St. Lucie County Fair, featuring the wide-open PRCA Pro Rodeo, the Crash Demolition Derby, 17 ground attractions, livestock shows, and over 100 free things to see and do. And don't forget your Mega Pass, which is entry and unlimited rides every day of the fair for just $90. Or skip the ticket booths and get our new Turbo ticket, bundling gate and rides together. The fun starts February 23rd. Get tickets at stluciecountyfair.org.
Now, let's check the Bradley Heating and Air Weather Center.
Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning, keeping the Palm Beaches cool since 1980. Visit them today at bradleyair.com.
Hey there, everyone. Steve Villanueva here. For today, it's going to be warm and breezy. Temperatures heading up to about 80 degrees. In fact, we're in the 80s for the next several days, maybe the middle 80s in some spots. For today, we're partly to mostly sunny and breezy with winds up to 20 miles an hour. Overnight tonight, it's going to be a quiet night with temperatures dropping into the 60s. Now, for tomorrow, we'll have a few extra clouds around. We're still warm, but we're partly to mostly cloudy. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva on ESPN 106.3.
This summer in Paris, the world's best go for the gold. This summer in South Florida, get the gold. Plan, that is. From EDS Air Conditioning, Ken LaVicka here, and as always, EDS is yes. EDS Air Conditioning, keeping your home cool. As a trained comfort specialist, it's hard to stop a train. With the EDS Gold Plan, you get numerous benefits, including 2 yearly tune-ups to keep your AC unit world-class. EDS is yes. EDSAirConditioning.com. Make your family and your nation proud with the Gold Plan from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDSAirConditioning.com.
Lithium batteries that are disposed of irresponsibly are a fire hazard. It's important for people to know what products contain lithium batteries and where to drop items off containing them. Lithium batteries are found in common products like talking greeting cards, electronic toothbrushes, and medical equipment. Please don't throw these things into the garbage, and definitely don't put them into your recycling bins. Do your part and a fire won't start. For disposal locations, visit swa.org/lib.
Hi, this is Evan Cohen. Listen to me in the morning, 6 to 10 a.m. on Unsportsmanlike, and Josh Cohen in the afternoons at 4, right here on ESPN 106.3.
Time now for the Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. Every Player of the Week is eligible to win a scholarship at the end of the year. This year, a $25,000 scholarship will be awarded to an athlete, with $10,000 going to the winner's high school athletic department. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond. Here's Cade Chumsley.
Our player of the week is Boca Raton girls soccer senior Emma Kate Lee. And with the state semis right around the corner, Emma Kate and the Bobcats are ready to rein in the focus and face the pressure head on.
We do a lot of team bonding, and that makes us so close, which makes us a better team. We're having fun still, but we're more focused. When practice comes, it's no more chit-chat. It's time to get serious and get ready. And being positive, as our team always is, that's something that we do and we do well, and that takes us together to fight for whatever we got to do next.
Congratulations, Emma Kate, on being selected the player of the week. Good luck to you and the rest of the Bobcats in the Final Four.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
The PGA Tour returns to PGA National Resort for the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. February 28th through March 3rd. Don't miss your chance to enjoy local bites, specialty cocktails, and drama-filled moments at the iconic Bear Trap. Witness the must-see atmosphere for fans and the PGA Tour's best at the Champions Course. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com.
You're near 40 like I am. You feel off. People say, you're just getting old. What if there's a fix? Ken LaVicka here, Elite Anti-Aging Center, because maybe it's not just old. Low testosterone, hormone imbalance. That could be why you aren't sleeping well. You lack energy and focus. Workouts are more difficult. Elite Anti-Aging Center. Get a free consultation. EliteAntiAgingCenter.com. Low T, hormone imbalance. Elite Anti-Aging Center specializes in helping you feel like you did in your 20s. Telemedicine and virtual visits available. Feel better. Elite Anti-Aging Center. EliteAntiAgingCenter.com.
You're listening to LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches edition, presented by Gosling's Rum, the official rum and ginger beer of the Cognizant Classic. Also brought to you by Eisner Amper, Kaiser University College of Golf, Celsius, Formula1Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2024, and the Palm Beach County Sports Commission.
Stone, could I have mystical music real quick, please? We started the show talking about the deep, probing questions in sports. We all have our universal questions, like, is there other intelligent life in the universe? Is space infinite? Well, we went through the deepest probing sports questions. Joe in Jupiter messages in. My question, will I be able to ever see the Dallas Cowboys win another Super Bowl? Let's go to the Ouija board, shall we? Put your fingers on the little plastic item.
Isn't that where demons come out of?
Maybe.
No.
And with such questions, demons might come.
Let's see. Ouija board. Will the Cowboys win another Super Bowl in Joe and Jupiter's lifetime? And... oh, my God. The Ouija board never lies.
Oh, Joe, I'm sorry.
Poor Joe. I'm sorry, buddy.
He really asked. He really asked for you.
Yeah.
Indubitably or something.
Indubitably. Nope.
Indubitably.
No, it was a big fat no. Not even a... it's like the 8-ball.
Yeah.
Like you shake the 8-ball and it would be like the answer is murky or whatever it would be.
Yes.
This one just flat out said no, period. Yeah, just to drive it home. I want to get to grading things real quick, but before that, I want to tell you about all the fine folks at Elite Anti-Aging, because it's really struck me here in the months leading up to my 40th birthday, which is July 2nd if you're thinking about a gift for your boy.
Where's my birthday gift?
Oh, yeah, I bought her a birthday gift months ago on her
Yes.
actual birthday, and it's been sitting in my car and in my home for the last like 3 months. It's a disaster.
Huh.
I did get her an autographed folder from Rondé Barber.
That was
that's nice.
Yeah.
That was very nice.
So let me tell you about Elite Anti-Aging. Also very nice for folks like me that you're getting to a certain age, you want to take care of your body, but it's harder to get into the gym. It's tough to wake up and be like, oh, let's go get after it. You're feeling tired at earlier hours in the day. Your mind's a little bit cloudy. And there's this common misperception that low testosterone, you hear low T a lot, low testosterone. This has been an industry for quite some time. Oh, not getting it done in the bedroom any longer? Low testosterone. That's actually a lesser symptom of low testosterone or hormone imbalance. The things I'm mentioning, less desire to get in the gym, you don't have the figure you used to have, your metabolism is off. All of these things are symptoms of low testosterone or hormone imbalance, and here's what you do. I have an answer for you. EliteTRT.com. EliteTRT.com. What are they going to do at EliteTRT.com? They're going to go through a consultation. They're going to say, all right, let's get some blood work. Let's check out where you're at testosterone-wise, hormone-wise. You're going to get those results back. And if you have a deficiency, they're going to say, all right, let's treat this. Let's treat this. So many satisfied customers over the years, treating all of you here in the state of Florida. And these appointments can be remote. That's a great thing. If you can sit in your living room and get treated as opposed to having to go to a doctor's office once or twice a month, that's what Elite Anti-Aging offers you. EliteTRT.com. EliteTRT.com. I'm all about helping you help yourself. EliteTRT.com. Elite Anti-Aging. That's another way in which you don't have to live with not feeling great, not feeling right. Feel like you're in your 20s again. Elite Anti-Aging. EliteTRT.com. That's Elite Anti-Aging. EliteTRT.com. All right, let's go through the NFL player team report cards. I want to go through the NFLPA every year. It's basically a survey. The players fill out a survey to judge their teams on certain areas like treatment of families, food and cafeteria options, nutritionist and dietitian, the locker room, the training room, training staff, the weight room, strength coaches, team travel, the head coach, the ownership of said franchise, and it varies. It varies. Spoiler alert, Dolphins fans, I think you're going to be very happy with the state of the franchise. Let's start with the Kansas City Chiefs, shall we? The defending champions now, 2 times running, the Kansas City Chiefs here in an impromptu edition of the LaVicka, Theo, and Stone grade things, except it's NFL players grading things here. When it comes to treatment of families, the Kansas City Chiefs get a D+. Ranking 18th of 32 teams. Treatment of families, the team that gives Taylor Swift her own suite. Brittany Mahomes, her suite. My goodness, I was shocked by this. 31st of 32 teams.
Wow.
I mean, Stone, I think that's a culture problem, to be quite honest.
Yeah. You know, I could use the joke that I do have lined up. I'm going to save it, though, but let's just chalk it up to a culture problem. I agree, Kenny.
Yeah. A number of players want daycare to be offered on site, which would make it much more convenient for their families. No daycare on site. Just pathetic. The food in the cafeteria, C-. The Chiefs 25th overall in food taste, 27th overall in food freshness. The defending champs are getting spoiled food. That's what it sounds like to me. That's awful. An F when it comes to their dietitian. The team's head dietitian was given the second lowest individual grade compared to other dietitians around the league. The major issue is that players feel like she is very rarely present at the facility.
We saw that picture of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
That's true.
That's why he has the chub around
That's
his
what I'm
midsection,
saying.
because the dietitian is mid.
Exactly.
Or, well, failing. Not even mid.
Mid, he would have looked better.
Yeah, the locker room. 74% of the players feel like the locker room is big enough. 63% feel like they have enough room in their individual lockers. The good news is the team finally provided actual chairs for players to use at their lockers. How is this team winning championships? How are the Kansas City Chiefs winning championships?
Because they standing on business.
D in the training room. F with the head trainer. Second lowest overall grade in the league. The training staff only slightly contributes to their success. This is disgusting stuff. Team travel, a D. The Chiefs are one of 7 teams that require some of their players to have roommates the night before a game. Roommates, for Christ's sake.
Well, Brock Purdy has a roommate, and that's at home.
I mean, Stone, this is disgusting.
I hate it.
This is bad.
How about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Let's
go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their grades, they come in overall 24th of 32 teams. Jeanette, it's not much better.
It's not good.
Treatment of families, a flat-out F. They provide daycare, but they charge $90 per kid. $90 per kid.
Per day,
for
per
their
week,
daycare.
per month?
Not sure.
It's nickel and diamond, though, man. You're an NFL franchise.
And there's no family room for kids and families during games. That is ridiculous. C- for food. B for their nutritionist. C- for the locker room, training room. B-. B for the training staff. Weight room, a B. Strength coaches, A-. Now we're looking up team travel, F.
That's Florida.
Young players have roommates unless they pay the team approximately $1,750 for their own room each season. The players must sit in the smaller seats in the back of the plane while the staff sit in the larger first-class seats.
You know, that just yells Florida, and I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Because they are truly representing what it means to be from Tampa.
Then
or that
appreciate
area.
this. Speaking of Florida, appreciate this. Miami Dolphins, the highest-graded team of any team in the NFL.
Nice.
Speaking of Florida, A- treatment of families, A in the food or cafeteria, A nutrition or dietitian, A in the locker room, A in the training room, A- training staff, A+ weight room, A with the strength coaches, A with team travel, head coach, A ownership, A+. How about that? Across the board, A's for the Miami Dolphins.
The eternally optimistic Miami Dolphins, I'm not surprised Tyreek Hill, who has nothing but positive things to say about his team, his organization, his friends, his players, and Tua, the most positive guy ever. Yeah, of course they got all A's.
I was going to ask that man who was loudly trying to talk over the show. He could give his input here now, but that's fine.
Why does everybody want to come up to me and interrupt me?
I don't know, because you're Jeanette. All right, that'll do it for LaVicka, Theo, and Stone. Great things. I think what we see now, the Chiefs, Buccaneers, compared to the Dolphins, poverty franchises.
Yes.
We'll come
don't
back
compare
after
the
this
two.
to PGA National. It is LaVicka, Theo, and Stone,
Title
ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen from the home team. Let's play a little game of question and answer. Who has the largest fleet of luxury vehicles in South Florida? A1A Limo. Who offers an on-time guarantee or your money back? A1A Limo. And whose drivers are background checked and average over 5 years of continuous service? A1A Limo. That's who. Whether it's for business or personal, from airport runs to nights on the town to games or concerts, A1A Limo is always the smart choice. Book now at A1ALimo.com. That's A1ALimo.com.
Good people, it's Theo Dorsey. Get ready to hit that play button because ESPN West Palm is bringing you something legendary. ESPN West Palm Play. We're bringing you behind-the-scenes content, exclusive interviews, and all the best action anytime, anywhere. And best of all, it's free. ESPN West Palm Play is presented by Duffy Sports Grill and Lytle Riders Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. So hop on YouTube and subscribe to ESPN West Palm and watch us play.
You're listening to ESPN 106.3, presented by Rubenstein Law. 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Car accident, truck accident, Uber or Lyft accident, or slip and fall? Call Rubenstein Law. Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL and visit one of our offices throughout Florida.
Spring training is at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium as the Marlins and Cardinals prep for the 2024 season. Single games, season tickets, group packages, and mini plans. RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com. That's 561-630-1828.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's has voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Do you have an injury that keeps you from doing what you love? Don't put off seeing a doctor. Get ready to re-enter the game with the help of the all-pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. The doctors who care for Florida Atlantic University Athletics and the Florida Panthers. Contact Baptist Health Orthopedic Care by visiting baptisthealth.net/orthocare and get back to doing the things you love. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
What up? This is Dean Thomas from Josh Cohen and the home team. And sometimes the daily grind of life can leave me feeling tired and drained. That's why I have Celsius with 7 essential vitamins. Celsius is designed to optimize performance and give me the energy boost that I need. So whether I'm training athletes or I'm covering a UFC fight card, Celsius keeps me cool and refreshed. Get yours today. Celsius, essential energy drinks.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's 2 largest bridal designers. Next weekend, March 8th through 10th, Tacori and Verragio will be here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 2 years 0-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal, and let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening next weekend, March 8th through 10th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, US 1 and PSL Boulevard, on approved credit.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen. When you are in need of any kind of auto repair, honesty and reliability are everything. Trust the home for honest, reliable service, St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Just like the name St. Lucie Battery and Tire has all tire and battery brands in stock for cars, trucks, RV, marine, power sport, even golf carts. Major and minor service repairs, free tire pressure, and free battery checks. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Over 50 years in our community. 17 full-service locations, all the way from West Palm Beach to the Treasure Coast. Check them out at slbt.com. That's slbt.com.
You're listening to LaVicka, Theo, and Stone, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches edition, presented by Gosling's Rum, the official rum and ginger beer of the Cognizant Classic. Also brought to you by Eisner Amper, Kaiser University College of Golf, Celsius, Formula1Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2024, and the Palm Beach County Sports Commission.
Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. They have a team of skilled orthopedic sports medicine surgeons and specialists that specialize in surgical and non-surgical treatments to get you back to what you love. Don't put off seeing a doctor or visit baptisthealth.net/ortho today for more information. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians, leading-edge treatments, and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care office is conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Hey, let's hear a feel-good story about Tyreek Hill, shall we? So Tyreek Hill, who, by the way, always great when his name is in the tabloids, whether it's divorce, just kidding, or 4 different women claiming that they've birthed children with him in paternity suits. Here's the latest from The Athletic. Lawsuit alleges Dolphins' Tyreek Hill fractured model influencer's leg in football drill. A model and social media influencer is suing Miami Dolphins wideout Tyreek Hill, alleging he broke her leg during a football lesson at his home last June. Sophie Hall, a model with more than 2 million Instagram followers, alleges in the lawsuit that Hill forcefully and purposely shoved Hall after she humiliated and enraged him by knocking him backwards during a football blocking drill. Hill filed the civil lawsuit February 23rd in Broward County, seeking damages in excess of $50,000. Hall, 35, suffered a fractured leg and had to undergo surgery with orthopedic reconstruction and hardware implantation. The lawsuit alleges Hill, 29, invited Hall to his house in Broward County after Hall enrolled her 10-year-old son in the Tyreek Hill football camp. After her son attended the camp, Hill paid for Hall's travel arrangements to spend several days at his house. On her first day there, Hill was training on his turf field. He invited Hall to participate in some offensive line drills. What the hell? Hill asked Hall to stand in a defensive line stance while he stood opposite her in an offensive lineman stance, hiked the ball to the quarterback, and told her to rush him if she wanted to chase the quarterback. Upon rushing Hill, Hall, who lists herself at 6'1" on her Instagram page, pushed Hill backwards and drew laughs from onlookers, including Hill's mother, sister, friend, and trainer, and that's when Hill became embarrassed and angry. Hill called for the two to step up another play, this time with Hall as the offensive lineman. However, a small puppy disrupted the play. On the third play, Hall held her own, but on the fourth play, Hill charged into her violently and with great force, breaking her leg.
What's going on?
What in the hell? Tyreek,
stay home.
Stay at home, man.
Stay in a cage.
Dude.
Just stay at home.
Got kids, got a wife.
This one may be worse than the divorce and the kids one.
I know.
All right, that's Theo. Thanks, Stone. Jeanette, I'm Ken. Talk to you tomorrow from PGA National. Bye-bye.
All right.
right, sports fans, let's get ready for some world-class soccer action. The MLS Showdown is happening, and it's happening right in your backyard at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Come see him for yourself, the greatest of all time, the legendary goal scorer. Watch him create real magic, and after the game, indulge in a winning lineup of eats, drinks, and adventures in Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's the perfect match. So make a fast break to visit Lauderdale.com and check out some travel tips to score some goal-worthy fun in the vibrant heart of Greater Fort Lauderdale.
Family owned and operated since 1806. You're in good hands with Goslings, or should we say, with Goslings in your hand. Discover the irresistible flavors that have made Goslings a beloved beverage brand worldwide at the best party in golf, the Goslings Bear Trap. At the Cognizant Classic, try all new Peach Goslings Ginger Beer in a peach dark and stormy cocktail, or sip on ultra smooth Goslings Spirited Seas Ocean Aged Rum. The good life awaits you with Goslings, the official rum of leisure. 21 and over only. Drink responsibly.
Did you miss this?
Jeanette unmatched with a dude on Bumble. What did this dude say to you?
It's going great. Would be better with you, winky face.
And then you wrote,
no thanks.
I think you're a bit of a Jeanette.
Why you say that?